Hey everybody, Nick with P&H Lawn Care. First thing I want to talk about today is 1,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for all of you that subscribed. I think I'm up to 1,011 now. I honestly never thought I'd hit 100 subscribers, let alone 1,000. So to all of you that subscribe, thank you so much. That means a lot. I just really can't believe it, but thank you. Second thing I want to talk about today is motivation. Motivation whenever you're solo is hard to come by sometimes because you don't have somebody else with you pushing you going, hey, it's time to go. Hey, what we got going today? It's all up to you to generate this motivation and get your hind end out the door every morning. And on days like this, whenever it's raining, cloudy, I woke up this morning, normal time, and first thing I did, look out the window, and it's raining. And I'm like, so, of course, I'm going back to bed for a little bit. Well, I laid back down, and I didn't do any good. I wanted to sleep, but I couldn't sleep because all these thoughts kept running through my head. How far behind I am. I had 17 yards left to finish the week out. I had 22 and I got 21. I had 4 done yesterday and then I got rained out, so that leaves 17 left for the week. Woke up and it's raining again today, so like I said, I laid back down, gonna try and catch some little more sleep, but I couldn't sleep because everything that kept running through my head, what I got to do, all these side jobs is what's killing me. I can keep up with the mowing. I know it's how many ever yards it is. It's hard, but I can keep up with it most of the time if I don't have rain. But it's the side projects that I promise people I'll do that I can't get to because I'm mowing all the time. But I've told them that I'll do it, so I've got to get to it. So I'm laying there and all these side jobs keep running through my mind, and the mowing. When am I going to get the mowing done? Well, no point in laying there, so I got up, grabbed my coffee, and I was like, what can I get done? It's raining, but what can I get done in the rain? I can't mow. I could, but y'all, I don't like to mow. I'll mow wet grass. I'm not mowing in the rain. Not unless I absolutely have to, or if I'm on a yard and it starts raining, I want to finish it. But I'm not going to go out while it's raining and start mowing. The customers understand that, and to be honest with you, most of my customers don't want me mowing whenever it's that wet, and they would look at me like I was crazy if I'm mowing in the rain. Because number one, it's hard on your equipment, hard on the belts. You have a lot more tendency to tear the yard up, turfing it, making the turns and stuff. It's just not ideal conditions. I will, like I said, I will mow wet grass, but I don't like to mow in the rain. So anyway, all this going through my head, what can I get done? What can I get done? And this one job that I've been promising this guy forever that I would do kept popping in my head, so that's where I'm on my way to now. I got to get something done today. My son wanted me to stay home and, hey, daddy's off today, but I felt this was a good opportunity to go ahead and get one of these projects off of me instead of just chalking it a day after rain, because I lost a half a day to rain yesterday, lost a day and a half last week to rain, and I'm just tired of losing days to rain. So if it means me getting a little wet out here, so be it. I'm going to knock this job out. Anyway, I'm about to the job site, and I went a little long-winded, so I'll show you what I'm going to be doing here in just a minute, guys. These are the tools that I will be using for this job. Sorry. Okay. Got the Stihl MS-170. Yes, it's a little chainsaw, but guys, I love this thing. It's paid for itself time and time again. I just built it up with a steel bar and saw, chain lubricant. I just grabbed it. This was in my garage, so I just grabbed it off the wall in the garage. Probably won't have that much debris to blow off, but I figured I'd need a blower. And in case I need it, I brought the FS94R Got the Surecan mix there. I'm rolling with the 5x10 open trailer today with the walls on it. Already got the tarp in it. So this is what I'm doing. All this stuff right here. Let's just go ahead and take a walk around it. All this. And that up there. Just getting rid of all this so I can find the porch again. Now, of course, I'm going to show y'all before and after of it, but I'll time lapse a little bit of it. You can see it's raining, but not too bad. It's really just sprinkling. So hopefully I'm not going to get too wet. So let's get started on this and see if we can find the house back here. All right, so here's the mess that came out of that. Put it right there. Let me show y'all something though. Look at these. Look at that right there. Full of those things. See over there? Just absolutely full of it. So, of course, I'm gonna clean that up. I'll probably take the weed eater to that, get all this cleaned up, come back whenever it's dry next time I mow and spray all that. Now let's get to that. But first, I'm gonna get this on the trailer. All right, got it loaded up, strapped down. Honestly thought that trailer would be a little bit more full than that. Hey, this is a side note. I'm gonna try like crazy to get this. Can y'all see that tractor way at the very tip top of that? I know it's always hard to tell how steep something is in a video, but that's a steep hill right there, steep mountain. And there's a tractor at the very top of it. I thought that was crazy. Anyway, beautiful country out here in East Tennessee. Now, look what I found. Found a deck and some old planter boxes. So all that's clean, all that's clean. Guys, it's not 100% perfect, but next time I come out here to mow, it's too wet now, but I'm gonna spray all this to kill what little bit remains. I mean, I kind of annihilated this, and the owner came out, and what reason he needed this gone is, of course, to replace the deck. So you can see how we got that cleaned up. This around here is gone. Had to pull the lattice work out from it. Cleaned all this up down through here. So I didn't time lapse all of it, of course, but I think y'all get the idea. And that right there is how you salvage a rainy day. Of course, now it's quit raining. The grass is still sopping wet. I'll probably try and go mow a few, but I've got to go to the dump first and get rid of that. But you can see, I mean, it's not a very promising looking sky that it's not going to rain some more, and the ground's saturated. But whenever you got yards to do, you got to get them in whenever you can. So I'm gonna go get rid of this and try and go get some yards done, but I'm gonna get some footage at the dump, so I'll see y'all here shortly. All right, so I got that job knocked out, and it dried up enough to where I've got the lawn mowing trailer hitched up. I'm going to go try and knock some yards out. I have 5 on this one street, but I'm only doing 4 this week. One, I just weed eat it every other week, but it's great route density. But let's see if y'all can see this. Some black clouds back there. That's threatening me on whether I'm going to be able to get any done or not. But we'll see. But getting back to talking about motivation, that it's 20 after 4 and I'm just now getting started mowing, so not the most ideal situation, but you got to get it whenever you can get it. I'm probably even going to be working this Sunday on a mulch job. I think I might have mentioned that for a commercial account that I have. I'll definitely be shooting that if that comes to fruition, so we'll find out about that. It's going to be a pretty big job, and of course y'all know I'm solo, but I may have to get the whole family involved on this to help me, because I'm going to have to knock it out in one day, and it's pretty big. So I'm pulling up to the yards now, just going to cross my fingers and hope I can get them knocked out. I'd like to get all 4. If I could get 2, that would help a lot. It's still going to leave me, if I get all 4 of these, I'm still going to have 13 to try and get done tomorrow, which probably won't happen, and I'll have to carry some over to Monday. But let's see. It's high. It's definitely high. I'll show you show you the front of them, and I may shoot a little vlog if I think of it. I forgot to put the dump in here, but if y'all have been to the dump, you know what that is. Dirt, dusty road, and me jerking those branches off the trailer. So let's get going, guys. Alright, let's take a look at these real quick. These are weekly yards, but I've had to push them out a few days, because of all the rain we got last week, and they grew fast. So anyway, got this one, that's the one I'll weed eat, that one at the end of the street, and the one on the corner. So it's good route density. I get these 3, don't even move the truck, and then those 2 at the end, I just pull it into the street and do it again. So there and there. I've got to get going, guys. I don't want to show you all the backyard of that second one that I pointed to. I use the turf tracer on it because the only way to get back here is that little ramp right over there. Here, I'll just walk y'all down there and show you, and it just barely goes through it. Now this is a interesting backyard. Plus, I had to double cut this, and it goes up there to that apple tree. But they added on to the house, so the only way to get to this grass right here is I pull a push mower up that little staircase right there, which is weird, but that's the only way I can get to that. Occasionally I'll weed eat it, but it's too high now. And then here's the gate I'm talking about. Just this little, and that 48-inch deck. I'm talking like that much on each side. That's why I use this. Plus it's decently steep, not too bad. I could definitely take the Turf Tiger on if I could get it in here, but anyway, thought I'd show you all that unique backyard. See if y'all have anything crazy like that. But you can tell it's decently steep hill. Anyway, Let's get going. Okay, I want to show y'all something real quick. And I'm just showing the grass the best I can because this is a small community, and you show the whole yard, they'll know exactly where you're talking about. So I don't want that. Look at this. You see that? That's dirt. Now let me pan over here. See that? How short the grass is? Okay, I'm gonna talk about that here in just a second. 8:13, so what, 4 hours? Oh, that's one of the 4. Y'all saw the other 2, and I'm not going to show you the third one because I'm going to talk about it. That's why. And of course, it started raining on me. Not only is it getting dark, it started raining, so it makes it seem like it's that much more dark. So, but I got those 4 done, so that leaves 13 more to do for the week. All right. I'm trying to get some light in here. Y'all saw how dark it is. Anyway, I want to wrap this video up real quick. Talking about two things. I talked about motivation, getting out of bed, doing this whenever you're solo. And I want to talk about, do you have rules that you have for your business that you do? I've got some, but 2 that I want to talk about is, one, I don't do bi-weekly yards. Y'all can if you want to. I just don't do them. I quit doing them last year because they're too much of a hassle. Let me paint this picture for you real quick. So they're every 14 days. So like here recently, been getting a ton of rain. So everything gets pushed back. Let's say like these I just got through doing were weekly, but it's been 10 days. So now you went from 14 days to 17 days without mowing that yard. And you gave them a price. I just haven't found it worth it to do it, because then you pull up on it. You're not getting paid anymore for doing it, and it's a huge mess. Takes longer than you want it to. In my opinion, it's just not worth it. Y'all may disagree with me, but that's fine. Everybody can run their business the way they see fit. I'm partially lying though, but I say partially. I have 3 customers, that's it, that I still do bi-weeklies. And if you'd see the grass, you'd know why, because it's that moss. It's pretty much moss and just has some weeds that pop up. If I showed up every week, I wouldn't even be able to tell where I mowed the last pass at, but every 2 weeks I can. And so that's 3 out of all the yards I've got. Those are the only ones I kept, and they're not real particular. They're not, you know what I mean. So they're good customers. I find that a lot of bi-weekly customers are really needy, we could say. But it just isn't worth it. I would rather have my good weekly, and if we hit a drought and they don't need it for 2 weeks, I'm not going to mow it and go out there and mow dust. And I tell them that whenever I pick a new client up. I'm like, if we ain't had rain in a month, I'm not going to show up and mow your yard once a week. I'm just not going to do that. If we have to skip a couple weeks, we have to skip a couple weeks. Whenever we get rain like this, like crazy, I may have to mow it every 5 days, just accordingly. You see what I'm saying? Another one of my rules is I don't scalp yards. Now let me explain what I mean by that. Do you know these people that think whenever they cut it like 1.5 inches, I'm just using that as an example. I try to say things on here to where I won't get a bunch of comments saying, oh, blah, blah, blah. So you see where they scalp it, but they think that looks good. They think that if you cut a grass on 3.5 inches and put those beautiful stripes, oh, that's too long. You had to cut it. It needed mowed 4 days later. If that's your idea of what looks good on your front yard, backyard, your yard is cutting it that short to where whenever you get through mowing, you can actually see splotches of dirt in the yard. I'm not your guy. Just not your guy. That picture or that little clip right before I started talking this time, prime example. That's my last time not doing it, because around here you can hit a little I know y'all know what I'm talking about. You're cruising along and then all of a sudden, where was that hole? I didn't see that hole. And then if your deck is set that short, it's dirt and hard on your mower. Now you got to sharpen blades because you just dug dirt with your blades. And to me, it's just not worth it. It's not worth it to do bi-weeklies and have that huge mess to clean up if it's been 17 days or 18 days or whatever. Or let's just say it's been 14 and it rained 12 of those 14 and you just happen to go and it's grown that much. To me, it's just not worth it. And scalping them is not worth it. But anyway, I just want to take y'all on a ride along with me on a rainy day to see what we could get done instead of just chalking it up and saying, rained out day, can't do anything. Well, today I wanted to see, let's see what all we can get done on this rainy day. So I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me some comments, questions down below. I'll just be making these videos sporadically. Y'all know I did that one a day for like 6 days, but now whenever the inspiration hits me, I'll get on here and talk to you guys. But 4 things: Instagram, Facebook, like, and please subscribe. And thank you so much again. I think, like I said, 1,011 subscribers now. Thanks guys, I appreciate it, and I will see you soon.